Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and the exciting day has arrived. Well, exciting for me, because I'm a dork like that. But it is the new 50 Shades Project Pan going up, and I'm, hopefully at least, I'm filming this a day ahead, so hopefully I'm getting this up on time. That rarely happens with me. If you happen to be here for the first time, I am chronically late for anything on this channel. Not in person, because I have my husband to get me places on time. Or else I probably would be more chronically late than I am. But this is 50 Shades of Yellow or Gold, because the colors are, well, you could definitely get some more burnished gold that's not very yellow, but definitely a lot of yellow. A lot of gold is yellow. And especially in makeup, a lot of things come in gold packaging, so that makes it much easier for people to find products in their collection. Although there were some people complaining, I don't have anything gold in my collection. I could have probably done this twice over because I'm warm toned, so I have a lot of gold eyeshadow. Did not put any gold eyeshadow in this because I have finally learned my freaking lesson about putting eyeshadow in these project pans, and that I don't finish them. In 50 Shades of Purple, I did manage to finish one of the 3 shades I had in there. And in 50 Shades of Green, I didn't finish any of them, but I'm going to keep working on one of them, but I'm talking about stuff that doesn't matter for this project. In case you don't know, this is a project that was created by Jessica, Amanda, and Cece from the PANtastic Ladies. They are a Facebook group. I will link them, the Facebook group, and the spreadsheet of everybody doing this down below, because this is a huge one that almost everybody in the group does, and a lot of people outside the group do this one too, because, well, it's very easy to do. You just have to pick out 50 items that are somewhere in the 50 beauty items specifically that are somewhere in the realm of yellow. They can have yellow packaging, they can be yellow or gold themselves, or just the name could even reference yellow or gold, like if you have something called marigold or something like that. That still works. And you don't have to put in all 50 at the same time. You can do 10 at a time and roll things in. This is the project that you can very easily kind of make work the way you want it to. They don't all have to be goals to finish. They can be goals to hit pan. They can be number goals. They could just be use it throughout the year. I do have 50 products picked out. I was actually pretty easily able to get 25 beauty and 25 makeup. Like I said, I have a lot of things with either gold or... I had a solid number of things with yellow packaging too. Like, to my surprise, there was more than I expected. But let's get started showing you everything that I have. Because, well, it is 50 items. So first up, starting with the makeup, I have a BB cream. This is the Purlisse Perfect Glow BB Cream. It is 1.4 ounces because I hate myself. And this is where we are starting. So this has been used a few times. I know how to make it work for myself. Thankfully, this is not something that I've only used like once, but has like a decent amount of usage on it. I do like Purlisse products, but this is not my favorite of their BB cream line because, well, I'm very oily. I don't need anything with glow. I don't need help in that department. So I have to wear like a pretty strong mattifying primer with that in particular. Let's see. Next is a bunch of primers because, as turns out, I have a lot of Ciate London primers and all of their writing is in gold. So they're pretty easy to shove into this project. First is actually one of my favorite primers. Wouldn't go with this, unfortunately, but I will wear it before and after I pan that. And that is the Ciate London Watermelon Burst Primer. Love this thing. We are starting all the way up at the top because while I have used up at least 2 minis of this before, I bought this when Ipsy had it as an add-on for like 12 bucks and I just haven't gotten to it yet. But this project is the perfect time. It currently weighs 55.2 grams because I've had this problem in the past. Sometimes when you're first starting with this, these suck-in tubes like this don't want to show like visible progress. It does have 40 milliliters in it, so this is another thing that is more than an ounce of product. Next is something much easier to use up, and that is a mini primer. This is the Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer. And it has the gold around the base right here. And like I said, for Ciate, their lettering is in gold, and this stuff, their packaging is more rose gold, but gold is still in that name, so I decided to run with it. But, oh, speaking of Ciate, we have the next product as soon as I find it. Yep, it is the Ciate London Dewy Skin Vitamin C Glow Primer. Also cannot be worn with that Purlisse. This one, this is probably going to be more like an everyday, make my skin look better primer rather than under makeup primer. And nope, this one just has 1 ounce in it, or 30 milliliters. We are starting right there. And is that I know that's not the last primer. This is the primer that will be one of the things that has to actually go with the Purlisse BB cream. It is the Too Faced Prime and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. Lots of gold in the packaging. I wish they still made this, but they decided to discontinue it because they hate me. So, right there, as you can see, I have never used this. I actually bought this at the end of, I think, either last year or the year before, off of Too Faced's website when they were discontinuing the product. So I got it for half off. And next we can get into setting sprays because I have like 4 of those. First we have Ciate London, the Everyday Vacay setting spray. And this is the one that I think smells like coconut. Yeah, I can screw that. Oh yeah, that smells like coconut. The matching powder to this also smells like coconut because I'm using it right now. It's brand new, starting all the way up there. Let me go ahead and grab the other one. This is the Watermelon Burst setting spray, and you know, gold right there. We are starting all the way at the top. I don't think I've ever used either one of those. One I have used once is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless setting spray, gold top. And we are starting up here. Like I said, I think I've used this once. And one that I've used a couple of times is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set setting spray. So we are starting all the way up here, and the whole thing is like glittery. Luckily, the product inside is not glittery. That's just the packaging, or else I could not wear that. I do have one powder in here. It is Guess, the Ciate London Extraordinary Translucent Powder. I will admit, this is very much on the rose gold side of packaging. Like, even the writing, I don't even know how well you can see that, is more rose gold than gold. But you know what? I picked it. We're running with it. Its weight is currently 52.8 grams. I think it is still sealed. Probably, no, this is actually not still sealed, so I didn't accidentally weigh the sticker this time. That doesn't surprise me. I think I got this one through Ipsy, like in a bag, so which means I would have used it to review it. Whew, and let's do the cheek products next. First is something I'm only going to use 20 times, because there's no way I can finish this. It is the Mirabella Brilliant Mineral Highlighting Powder in Swirling Pearl. I will take pictures of these later, but it is very golden. It's honestly one I have to kind of go in with a light hand because it is pretty deep, but it is very pretty, so I just kind of put up with it. Also for 20 uses, Milani makes a few appearances in here because their packaging is gold. But this is the Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in 01 Sunlight. And this is what it looks like. I've only used it a few times, just enough to know that I do like it. And that it works. This is a shade right here. It works pretty well on my skin tone. And for 20 uses, I have the Milani Baked Blush in Berry Amore. Mine is in the old packaging because it is old. So once again, 20 uses. This one might be more worn in the fall because it's definitely a more fall looking blush. But 20 uses isn't that hard for me to get once I am working on it. And I do have some products that I want to finish as well for cheeks. First, I have the Revolution Glow Beam Light Strobe Cream in Peach. The packaging is very gold. Thankfully, the product is not, or else I could not ever wear it. But it is just, you know, this glowy liquid highlighter. This is also one that intensely smells of coconut. And this comes with a crap ton of product for one of these things. Like this comes with a full ounce of product, so this will definitely be going into a few lotions along with being worn with like in foundation and stuff. Speaking of liquid products, this returns. I used this in my Nightmare on Panning Street for 28 uses and had to keep my freaking mouth shut because I knew as soon as I finished it for there, I was going to roll it. I was going to add it to this project. It is the iconic London Sheer Bronzer, and it's actually in the shade Caramel Glow. And we are starting right here, and the goal in here is to finish it. And this one will definitely be a lotion, putting into lotion because this is way too intense for my pale ass skin, is the Cover FX Glitter Drops in, does this have a shade? I know it does. Nova, that's the shade. So let me pop this out real quick, give you a little bit of a swatch. While I'm sure this will look absolutely stunning on much darker skin than my own, on me it looks insane. So there it is, right there on my knuckles. It is very glittery, so I'm gonna be one shimmery lady. But I bet this would be stunning on like your legs and lotion in the summer, which is coming up very quickly where I live. Next is the one eyeshadow that I want to finish, and it's a stick, so maybe I can do it. This is the Mally Shadow Stick Extra in the shade Precious Gold. It is completely full. I've probably only used it like once or twice. I'm not even entirely sure where I got this from. I must have got this as like a gift with purchase or something from somewhere because I don't remember it. But it's very pretty. And I do wear lots of gold eyeshadow. I have one in my Pan That palette currently, so this will go lovely with it. And while I do have a powder eyeshadow in here, my goal is just 20 uses. Like I said, I've learned my lesson. This is the Milani Bella Eyes Gel Powder Eyeshadow in Bella Chiffon. It is actually a highlighter shade. I have a stack of these, any of which I could have put in here, including an actual gold shade. But I wanted something easy. Let me try to make my life a little bit easier. Please. And one more thing for 20 uses. I think this is the last one. Yeah, I have the ColourPop Glitterly Obsessed Gel in Outside the Lines. I had this in a Throwback 30 for 20 uses, and I actually got like near the bottom. So it would be cool if I could hit the bottom of the pot in 20 more uses, but that is not technically my goal. My goal is 20 uses. I love to just like smear this all over my face in patterns and like very ever so slightly tap it on my lid because it's not technically eye safe, but if you keep it away from your lash line, which I had to learn the hard way, it still looks very pretty on the eyes. You just have to be super duper freaking careful with it. All right, so next is something I had a little bit of a oopsie with, but I can make it work. It is the Burt's Bees Lip Shimmer in Guava, which plenty of yellow on their packaging. This doesn't roll back down because I was gonna, roll it out and measure it, so I decided to check to see if I could roll it up and down. It doesn't roll back down, but now you can see what the color is. Now, these lip shimmers are more shimmer and moisturizing than color, so that light pink, it doesn't show up, really. So, I would just have to count uses. Cannot make a measurement with it. Now, I said I learned my lesson, but there are other lessons I have not learned, including putting lipsticks in this project. Because I had to change the goals on all the lipsticks that I put the last year, because I had a ColourPop lipstick that I wanted to initially use up, and I had to change it to 20 uses if I was ever going to hit the goal. But we're going to try. This is the YSL Rouge Pure Couture lipstick in the shade 09. I got this from Influencer many moons ago. It does have some usage on it. Now, I really want to get this used up because it's not cruelty-free, and it smells like perfume. I hate the smell of their lipsticks. And I have to change my battery or else I'm going to lose footage. Okay, I'm back. I always have to run when my battery starts blinking at me because it will just eat footage if it dies. But we were on the YSL. I'll give you a quick swatch. because I actually took a second to clean all these swatches off of my hands, so why not? It's very pretty. I love the color. It's just, you know, it smells like I put perfume on my lips. Next is a buxom lipstick of indeterminate age, but it still smells fine and it's not like growing anything, so I'll try to use it up. This is in the shade Hooligan. It's just a little mini. Hopefully this is not a super firm, you know, formula that takes forever to use up, but it's pretty and it's on the warmer side, so that should look good. And I have two lip glosses. They are actually both buxom as well because buxom has gold coloring. First one is in the shade Chloe. That is my Chihuahua running away. And the second one is in Sophia, and they are ripping the hair out of my hand. But Chloe and Sophia, they are both in about the same spot because they both haven't really been used, but they are both like all the way up here. Now I know that two of these equal one full size of their lip glosses, which I do have a couple of them that are much newer than those. And finally, for makeup-y products, I have a nail polish. It's actually a topper though, and it takes a lot of coats to build up, so I'm hoping, because of those two aspects of it, that it'll be an easier finish than some of my choices in the past. But it is the NCLA nail lacquer, and this is Hollywood. It's all the way up to here. This was actually in my Women Who Rock project pan for 5 uses, where I realized just how easy it is to make progress on it, because this was like brand new in there, and 5 uses actually like made a real difference. So we shall see. And now getting into the other products. Let's see. First, I have 3 body sprays. I have the Zany Laney in Pinku, which is like all the way to the top. I've probably used it like once. I have Saved by the Smell, which is actually like down to here. It actually has like some real usage on it. And the packaging on the front is yellow, and on both of these, or it has yellow in it. And then I have this weird thing lingering in my stuff. It is the Pacifica Island Vanilla Perfumed Hair and Body Mist. And it is all the way up to the top. I have never ever used it. Yeah, and it also has yellow in the packaging. Next is this big old thing. It is the IGK Mistress Anti-Frizz Leave-In Conditioner. My hair definitely eats leave-in conditioner, although this full size will take me a while to use. We're starting basically at the top. I think I've used it once. And I do have another leave-in conditioner, but it is much smaller, and as soon as I find it, here it is. It'll be much easier to use. This is the Curls Blueberry Bliss Reparative Leave-In Conditioner. And we are starting right about here. This one will be a much easier use up, and probably what I will work on first. And I have 3 little miniature deep conditioners. First, I have the Sol de Janeiro. What is this technically called? Triple Brazilian Butter Hair Repair Treatment. This was actually an add-on last year. Oh, and I managed to weigh a sticker. Of course I did. Anyways, still has that smell, and that's being a pain in the butt to peel off, so I don't care. Its weight is currently 44.4 grams. And along with that, I also have these 2 packets that are bright yellow and kind of old, so I'd really like to use them up. This is the IGK Offline 3-Minute Hydration Hair Mask. That's like 1 use for all this hair that I have. And this is the Hosk Moroccan Argan Oil from Morocco Repairing Deep Conditioner. And despite them looking the same, this one has 50 grams and this one has 30. So this one I can get 2 uses out of. So those should not be much of a problem once I get to them. I'm working on a full-size deep conditioner right now, so that is what's eating up all of my usage there. Speaking of Sol de Janeiro, I also have a full size, because I decided to treat myself to this last year, of the Brazilian Foreplay Moisturizing Shower Gel Cream. Not something I would normally you know, spend my money on. But like it was around the holidays, so I decided to treat myself. Brand new, haven't touched it yet, was saving it for summer. And you know what? By the time I finish my current shower gel, it'll basically be summer. And I do, of course, have a matching Boom Boom cream, just a little mini right here. Its current weight is 40.5 grams. Is this one also still sealed? Nope. I love that smell. And I know that Tree Hut makes a pretty comparable dupe. I have it, but I still love this more. I don't know why, I just do. Would you like up again? There's a good girl. Let's see. Next is another little mini lotion. This is the Miss Flowers and Mr. Honey Propolis lotion. So like honey. We are starting not quite halfway done. I've used this at least once and it's just not a lot of product inside. Thankfully the bottle is pretty malleable or else that would be a pain in the butt to get out. I have a hemp's lotion. Now, I do like to buy the Pride collection every year, but I buy them in minis because I'm terrible at going through lotion. But they always, I love supporting Pride Month. They make really great lotions, and their Pride ones in particular are always really amazing smelling. This is from not last year, but the year before. It is the Sparkling Citrus and Starfruit. We are starting all the way up to here. I love the tie-dye, has plenty of yellow in it. And now I must smell. Yep, smells delicious. All right, now getting into skincare, I have both the Purlisse Pineapple Bright Cleansing Gel and Bright Gel Cream. I got these in a AIA beauty box a while ago. They're both brand new, but they're both bright yellow. And pineapple is awesome, so got those. Here we have the CosRx Low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser. It is right here. I have the Dickinson's Micellar Witch Hazel Makeup Remover, and it does smell like witch hazel. So if you buy this, make sure you realize that. This has a little bit of use on it because it's at my makeup desk right now to like remove swatches. Like I removed swatches from here earlier. But it will eventually, once I finish the Garnier I'm working on, be used to remove like a full face of makeup. So we're starting right here, but once I get to using it to remove makeup, it will go relatively quickly, even though it is 16 ounces, but it'll go decently quickly. Now, I also have the actual Witch Hazel Pore Perfecting Toner. This has not even been opened yet. It is all the way up at the top. So I'm going through a toner right now that is taking a little bit because it is pretty thick. But once I finish that, I will start working on this. And this will take a while because it is 16 ounces, which is like double, if not more, of what most toners are. They definitely give you value for your money. And they're cruelty-free, which is awesome. Here we have the APTO Skincare Face Mist in Turmeric. I'm currently working on the pomegranate one, and when I finish that, I will get to this. It is brand new. I love this next brand's Purple Cabbage Serum. So when the opportunity came up to buy like a set of their other ones, I jumped on it, and this was one of them. This is the Serum Kind Yellow Mellow Drop Pore Refining and Clearing Serum. It's a bit more liquidy than their other one, but I'm sure I will like it fine. We are starting from the top. My one complaint about those serums is that I tend to go through them in like 2 months. And they're $50, so I only buy them when I can get them on sale. The other serum I have in here is the Pharmacy Filling Good, like Filling Hyaluronic Acid Plumping Serum. I bought both of those from BoxyCharm from their Drops box sale, but it's also brand new, starting at the top. Speaking of APTO, I also have their mask. Now, this looks like the turmeric mask, but it says it's the pomegranate mask, so I think this was mislabeled. However, I like the turmeric mask, so it's fine. It's just not what I wanted. We are starting up at here, either way. So whatever it is, it's brand new, it's still sealed. And we also have the Georgette Klinger Vitamin C Mask, which has the like airless pump thing going on, but I can't find my paper clip that I used to measure that with, so I'll mark it when I do. It currently weighs 84.7 grams because I figured I might as well at least go ahead and weigh it if I can't measure it right now. And the other mask I have in here is just a little mini. It is the Balance Me AHA Glow Mask. I looked for this for ages in January to put in my Turn and Burn project pan. But if you join the Facebook group for the PANtastic ladies, you get to vote on what the color is next year, and we typically vote in like December. So we know by the new year what color we're working on, and I had already threw like all of my yellow products together and didn't realize that I'd thrown this in there too. So I'm glad I didn't lose it because it's a nice little mask, but that kind of made me laugh that I basically hid this from myself to put in a different project than I was looking for. So yeah, like I said, we're like down to here. It probably only has like 1 or 2 uses, but those little mini masks, they're nice for projects like this because they give me pretty easy empties. And the last 2 things that I have are 2 mini moisturizers. First is the I Do Care Say You Do Moisturizing Vitamin C Gel Cream. Never used this. I hope it doesn't suck. Ooh, that is goopy. But it is a gel. Yeah, I thought it would be a little bit more cream, but not a big deal. I prefer gels. Its current weight is 60.9 grams. And finally, we have the Pharmacy Lightweight Moisturizer, the Honey Drop Lightweight Moisturizer. Also still sealed, but here it is. It smells very nice. And its current weight, which this thing is glass, so it weighs more than it really should. It sounds bigger than it is. Let me put it that way. It's 84.3, but this only has 15 mils in it. So, like I said, most of that weight is the glass. Whew, so that is it. I will have my finale for Peachy to greet up in a couple of days. I'm not trying to cheat and get extra days on my products. It's just that I have other stuff that really needs to go up before that. But I did want to get this up on time. So that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you later. Bye!